Good morning, guys. It has been forever since we've just spent the morning together, and that's exactly what we're gonna do because I've got errands to run and I've got some stuff to do once I get back to the house. And speaking of errands, I'm going to jump straight into today's sponsor so we can knock that out. As always, I appreciate you guys more than you know when I have sponsored content and sticking with me through it. I will not lie to you guys, even if it is sponsored, so just trust my opinion. If I'm gonna give it to you, it is going to be worth it. And speaking of that one, today's is Raycon. I spoke to you over a month ago at this point about the Raycon earbuds, which are right here. They live in my purse. I am obsessed. Look at the beautiful purple color. They do come in multiple colors, but I want to tell you exactly why I am obsessed with these and have been now for the entire last month. I do audiobooks, music, shows, everything. And when I'm out and about, like I'm running errands this morning, I like to have these because for one, they are active noise canceling. So if I want that feature, I can't hear anything that's going on except what's going on in my ears. The other thing is they do have an active listening mode. So if I'm out and I suddenly, get that creepy vibe, I can hit that mode and I can still hear what I'm listening to, but I can still hear everything going on around me. And I am obsessed with that. I've got small children, so either one, whether I'm trying to clean and like phase out the noise or I'm trying to still be able to hear them, I can do both. These things are just fantastic. Waterproof, weatherproof, sweatproof, 32 hours of battery. They give a 30-day happiness guarantee. If you don't like the product, you can easily return it. No complications. Like, there's nothing that you're gonna miss out here. And on top of that, I love to get something for my viewers. Right now, they're doing 20% off for my viewers for Mother's Day. There will be a link in the description box, or you could just go to buyraycon.com/Rach+5 and get it that way too. They would make the perfect Mother's Day gift. Easter for your kids, it doesn't really matter. They are one of the most affordable brands at almost half of the premium brands, and these things are fantastic. I have gone through them all, and trust me, when I say it, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these are my absolute favorite. But I have to shove these in my purse, and I have to get going on my errands. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me for the rest of the day. Thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring that portion of today's video. Don't forget to check all the links and everything in the description box below. But now it's time to go. Just dropped Tristan off to work, and that puts me out on the side of town where all the shops are. Some of my errands today are a bit more specific, and some of them are not specific at all. But like Easter is in 2 weeks or less, I think, at this point. So I have to go and do that. I have a whole thing here, basket full of books. I'll show you in a minute. I have to go back to the library. One of my kids has a prescription. I've got to do a few little grocery grabs. So I have some specific stuff and some non-specific. Like this huge basket of books that I have to take back. They are due, 4 of them are due today, the rest of them are due 2 days from now. Target was rough. I'm having such a hard time with the kids' Easter baskets this year because sometimes I do them on themes and that makes my life so much easier. But since they've all been getting older, I'm just trying to do what each kid would need and like in their basket. So I'm struggling a little bit harder. Yes, I have a lavender plant buckled in the seatbelt so nothing happens to it. I killed the last one with my vinegar incident and it's just not growing back. And I found this beautiful one at Home Depot this morning. So that is my new lavender plant and I'm being very safe and cautious with it. I'm a little odd, but I don't care. Also, quick pick me up too, because now I'm in the TJ Maxx parking lot, hoping I could find something in there for Easter for the kids. TJ Maxx was highly successful. I got stuff for all the kids for Easter. They're not done, but aside from Candy, Gwen is definitely done, and Brianna's very close, and the other kids, I've just got to fill in some stuff, but that was highly successful. But now I'm at the library with 10 books to return, so I gotta get in there. I knew I had errands. I didn't think that I had that much. I'll show you some of it, but I'm not gonna show you everything because some of it's Easter and I don't want my nosy kids seeing it, but I'll show you some. Like my beautiful lavender plant that's gonna go outside here when I open the door for the boys. I hit the pharmacy when I was at Publix. That's Publix, that's Walmart. Back over there is TJ Maxx and Target. And the library, I switched out 10 books. Got 3 new ones, 1 for Declan, 2 for Gwen. I don't like to pick their books without them, but I grabbed a few. And the boys want to get outside, and that's fine. I gotta put my plant outside. Gigantic English lavender for $8. It is beautiful. There's a look at all the tomatoes, by the way, that are growing. I learned something that really irritated me the other day. See the size of those tomatoes right there? Once they get full grown, it could take another 20 to 30 days before I can actually harvest them when they're ripe enough. That just kind of makes me mad. I gotta stare at that for almost a month. Hi, Spike. All right, that sad little thing is the lavender plant that is basically dead that I murdered, and I'm gonna replace it with that. Well, actually, I lied. I am not replacing it with that. I'm gonna have Connor later tonight do that. That way I don't ruin it in any way, shape, or form, but the new plant is here. Voodoo and Weasley are both mad at me because they like to eat flowers. They saw the plant come in the house and now they're mad because I took it outside. I'll start with Target and the things that I can show. This is 200 eggs, and usually we put out between 150, 160. So this is 200 brand new eggs in a huge array of colors. That's why we did this, because ours are all breaking in like different shapes and sizes and stuff. So this is what this is for. Sneak peek at some of the candy. Declan fell in love with these. That is an Aiden tradition right there. And Gwen goes through chalk like a crazy person. So fresh chalk is always an easy gift for Easter for her. Women's shirts were 20% off, and this is one of the cheap little $8 shirts as it is. I love them. They're very thin, easy to run around in the Florida heat for summer. So now I have a black one. I already have 2 other colors. And then this stuff, my husband loves this. He absolutely needs to have it. And then over summer, I end up having one for the house and one for his work truck. This stuff is amazing. It's expensive, but totally worth it. If you get any kind of chafing, try this. You will not regret it. That totally sounded sponsored. It is not, but I wish it was, because this stuff is just gold. Since it has cold stuff, I'm gonna do Publix next. I only ran in for the stuff that was on sale. Today is the last day for our ad, and tomorrow we get a whole new one. My husband is obsessed with these. They were 10 for 10, so I bought the 4 flavors that he likes: the banana, the peach, the blueberry, and the mixed berry. We are an iced coffee family. This stuff can be expensive, but it was BOGO, so I made sure to run in for that, as well as the sweet cream for Chobani, which is buy one, get one still. So 2 of those, and then this is for dinner tonight. Into Walmart, I needed these 2 items for dinner tonight. This is for chicken Alfredo tomorrow night. The girls have been asking me to make some brownies. Got a box of that. More bread, grilled cheese. This is for tomorrow night, 2 jars. These 2 are for tonight. Tristan and Connor are obsessed with this Fairlife, so I buy that when I can. But I do know that this is on Publix's sell ad starting tomorrow for cheaper, so I only got 1 today. And I bought this in case I couldn't find peas and carrots in Publix, but I did. So this will just go to a different dinner down the line. And then these 4 things are also to go in Brianna's Easter basket, because this is basically all the makeup she does. As far as TJ Maxx goes, this is about the view I'm giving you guys. There's this little sensory eggs, one of those crusher things back there. That is for Gwen. It's a little art pad, as well as these dot art things. This I'm splitting between Brianna, Saren, and Gwen, and I'll take one. This is Saren, that one's Brianna, those are Aiden. Just different things, you know, little blemish dot things. All kinds of stuff in there for all the kids. I will share these 2. This one's going to Saren, which is my son's girlfriend, and this is going to Tristan, my son, and that is his girlfriend. This Bondi Boost stuff, this thickening spray, I'm obsessed with it. I've used it for years. It helped me so much when my hair was postpartum and falling out. This stuff is fantastic. Tristan, his hair is starting to thin just a little bit. That's genetics. But this is for him, and it was 10 bucks. This bottle is normally almost 30. And then these I get in a big bag off Amazon, but the Body Restore has the lavender and the eucalyptus ones in Marshall's and TJ Maxx. And this whole thing was $7. And you normally pay almost 20 bucks for like a slightly bigger bag than this on Amazon. So these are 2 things to definitely check for in TJ Maxx and Marshall's. I've got all this tied up to go hide in my closet for a little while. I may have to put it in different bags because you can see through it. But this I have to go hide from the kids, and I'm actually proud of myself because this was the only thing in TJ Maxx that I grabbed for myself, because your makeup sponges get really gross. Just trust me on that, and they get full of mold. And they were on clearance, as you can see. And I love this Real Technique ones. They're so good. So yeah, I picked that up. That was a lot of shopping, a lot of haul. Now I have cleaning and stuff to do. I've got about an hour before my kids get home, and I've got to pick them up. So I'm gonna try and get as much of the stuff done that I need to do right now. We hide all the kids' Christmas presents, Easter, anything like that, birthday stuff. We hide it in the master closet, and I'm pretty good about making it look like it's just shopping junk, or I'll put it in my beach bag. Anything I can do to really hide it from the kids, and they don't go snooping usually, so I can hide things in there pretty regularly and it not be a big deal. This is the black shirt, like the cut of it. I'm not a really big V-neck fan, but these shirts are really comfortable, and this is my dirty sponge, even after cleaning. That way you can see just how bad these are. I could not believe the gargoyle was laying there with her arm down like that. She does this every now and then, where she'll actually start rolling up there, and I swear she's gonna fall down one of these days. She's crazy. I don't understand what goes on in Voodoo's head, but that little girl, she is a bit of a nut. I would love to do an updated morning routine video, but honestly,
It's still kind of all over the place as far as morning and nighttime. I've got my guidelines, Pirates of the Caribbean style, but other than that, I don't have what is called a set routine. Like this happens, this happens, this happens every day, because I've been doing what I can. Like there are some days where Tristan's girlfriend will pick him up, or Connor's able to get off early and pick him up. There's days where Brianna will undo the dishwasher. Another day she'll have Aiden do it for her because she's got something going on, or Declan will help her. The other kids are just, it's all over the place. So once I actually get all of my ducks in a row, if that ever does happen again, then I will redo a morning routine. But otherwise, I will make morning videos that are kind of like guideline routines, but they definitely will not be any of those 5 a.m. productive, do this and that. That's just not my life, and it won't be for a while.
Aside from my duster, I have to move. There's nothing else for me to do in the kitchen right now because the dishes is gonna be with the kids. When they get home, the dishwasher has to be emptied, like I said in the voiceover, because I know what I was gonna do. So we're gonna move into my bedroom, and I really don't wanna show you the current state of it, but I don't care, I'm transparent, so let's do this. Partially made bed, I'll give myself some credit there, but this back over here on the floor, that is the sheets that was on the bed. I switched them last night. That still needs to be taken to the laundry room. That was my jammies that I was wearing when I changed this morning. And then my dresser. That's the situation at hand. I typically declutter maybe twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year when it comes to my clothes and stuff like that. I didn't fully declutter my drawers in January. I was like, I might still wear this, I might not. Well, I've noticed there's a lot of it sitting there I have not touched. So I'm about to get a trash bag and start decluttering, because everything that's sitting up there, I've been wearing, and then I just kind of like clean it, fold it, put it back there. And I've been living off the top of my dresser just to see how many times I open the drawers, and it's not very often. But yes, project number 1, getting the dirty bedding out of here.
I'm not one of those people that makes my bed every single day. Do I try? Yes. Is the intent there? Of course. But most of the time, it's just kind of half butt made, and I will leave it at that. Now, I've noticed that even with my kids, they will still destroy my bed, and I will explain that in just a minute. But what I'm going to show you, this little box that's been in my hand off and on all day that you've seen, it is Flounder, and it is one of the cutie cuffs. I'm trying to Disney bound a little more with my outfits and add a few more touches here and there, and these are a very easy way to do that. I was hoping to get Pua or Marie, and even if I could have found Eeyore, because my mom loves the Pooh Bear characters, but I couldn't, and I'm happy with Flounder. It's fine. I have a new yellow dress, but I am trying to Disney bound a little bit more. But what I was thinking about my bed, I can go full blown, make the bed, have the throw blankets, throw pillows, all the stuff, and my kids, they'll come home from school, they'll climb on my bed, they'll watch TV, and at some point I will find them snuggling their little butts into my bed. Does it frustrate me a little bit? Yes. But think about it. In 10 years from now, most of my kids are going to be full grown, they're going to be out of my house, and I'm going to have a made bed. Cool. That's beautiful. But let my kids be little while they're little. It might frustrate me to have to do tasks a little bit more and over again, but at least they are enjoying their childhood, and I get to hold on to this stuff, and later in life I can have a fully clean, magazine quality house. That's just not the phase of life I'm in currently, and I'm actually kind of happy about it, because I do enjoy the messy fingerprints and finding my daughter's toys still in the living room, or finding some random thing here or there, because I know it's going by very quickly. My oldest is already 19, and I still cannot believe that. Now, moving on to this dresser, I should have done this a while ago, and I could probably still take down more, but I like to hold on to certain things because I don't like to buy clothes very often. I don't like to clothes shop, if I can be completely honest. I buy what I need, and that's about it. And then trying to organize everything into my drawers. These are very small, short drawers. I love my IKEA furniture for like the size of it. I'm not a really big fan of putting it together. Swedish furniture is very difficult to put together, but I prefer my IKEA dressers all day long to this fancy Ashley furniture stuff.
Weasley's mad. All my piles are in the way. I have everything sorted out, but I ran out of time to put it away, and I spilled my lunch all down the pink jacket, so I had to switch to my blue jacket little combo. So that's why the outfit changes. I'm a mess. I'm a slob. I put it down me, so my mac and cheese from lunch went down my top. So the top is now in the wash real quick. He is probably gonna knock the piles over before I get back, but I have to go pick up the kids from school, pick Tristan from work, and then I'll come back and finish all this.
Everybody I know has a junk drawer. In my house, we have several. There is one in the kitchen, actually 2 in the kitchen, but one's only kind of like a half junk drawer. The little table in my front hallway, both of those are junk drawers. And in my dresser, I have a legit junk drawer. It is my sock drawer. It is half socks, half everything else. We put the video games in there. I put different things for bills. There's trinkets. There's all kinds. My Magic 8 Ball is in there. This is a Hershey Kiss, if I can speak tonight, wrapper, some old Christmas M&Ms. I keep my backup YouTube camera in there. This is just a huge, huge mess. And every now and then I do have to treat this like the junk drawer in my kitchen, clean it out, sort it through. And some of these socks I don't even have matches to. I don't use. They slide down my heels. I complain about them every time I wear them, but yet I throw them in the wash and throw them back in the drawer. I don't know why I do that, but I just do. These two cats, by the way, this is where they are almost every day. I can't say every day, but almost every day. Weasley is up by my pillows somewhere sleeping in a ball, and Valera is on one of the bottom corners of the bed, and I can guarantee that almost every single day, these two cats. However, they will fight like brother and sister that they are, roll around the house and box each other, but they will also share napping space almost every afternoon. I don't understand these two cats at all.
This was supposed to be a spend the morning with me, and I've kept you guys here until well into the afternoon after my kids are already home, and I'm still doing stuff. I have more things I could be doing. I have some spices in my spice cabinet that I need to refill the glass jars and stuff. And I was about to take it in there. I'm like, wait a minute, it's almost dinner time. I need to go ahead and end this one. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Don't forget to check out all the information for Raycon. It will be in the description box down below. Thumbs up, subscribe if you are new and enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.